What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today I'd like to talk about golden pursuits and how in a recent interview, Zah said they were really liking the idea and really happy with the performance of it. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. During a recent interview with Rich Lambert, he talked about how they were really happy with the performance of the golden pursuits so far. He said obviously it's not perfect and there are some things that they're tuning and tweaking and learning every time they run a golden pursuit campaign. He says, we learned something, but yeah, it's been really good for us so far. Now, a lot of people have been discussing, of course, when we have golden pursuits that are more PvE focused or more PvP focused, like the one we had back in Update 45, it was more focused on the PvP part. Some people didn't like that. Some people say, they're not PvP fans. And of course, then you have some PvP fans that don't like the more PvE focused golden pursuits. But in my opinion, it does allow players to maybe play things that they would not have played in the past, or go into areas or zones or places they have not been before. So I think the idea of the way they're doing it is a pretty neat idea. But there has been some talks of players saying they would like to see different things added to it, or they feel like they're just kind of missing out on stuff if they don't log on and play. I will say sometimes the golden pursuits seem to be a bit more tedious than others. It just kind of depends on which one you're doing, or which golden pursuit campaign is out. But overall, I think that it is a pretty unique way to get some free rewards in game, like this most recent one we have, the one that's going on right now. Of course, you get the new house for free, and that house is absolutely massive. I made a video talking about that house, kind of showing off my finished product of it once I got it decorated and everything. But overall, I think players are pretty happy, it seems like, with golden pursuits. And I think it does, like I said, kind of guide people into doing other things they may not or would not always do. Like I said, with that one that was during Update 45 that kind of led a lot of players into Cyrodiil or doing PvP activities that they might not do. But my question to you is, what would you like to see added into the golden pursuits? Would you like to see kind of the same track that we're going on? Would you like to see a different kind of way that Zos could do it, or something that you as a player would like to see added to golden pursuits? Personally, for me, I think reward wise, it's going to be kind of hard to not give out or give out some things, I guess, that some players are going to like and some that are not. Some players are not going to like. Like for instance, this time, if you're not a big housing fan, that new massive house may not be your thing. Sometimes we get the statues and stuff like that, which of course is still kind of tailored towards housing. So furniture wise, I'm not sure if a lot of players, if you're not a housing fan, are really going to enjoy that. But at the same time, when you get mounts and other things like that, players may enjoy that more. I'm kind of curious what they do in the future with this. I would like to see maybe polymorphs added to this, some new ones that we don't have, maybe some new personalities added into it. I've even heard of people online talking about they wish they would, do crates with it. I'm not sure if I would necessarily enjoy that, or some would or some wouldn't. I'm not sure. But crates is also a viable idea. Some people have talked about different things that you could do with golden pursuits, just reward wise, that people may not have in game, or whether it would come to some kind of really unique mount or something like that. And I do understand that the complaint would be it feels like you have to play because you're going to miss out if you don't get it at that point, because that's the way that this item is going to drop, is from that golden pursuit. So I do think Zos is kind of having to work an event there, or a new golden pursuit campaign to kind of make sure that players are able to get on if they cannot play a lot and still be able to access this golden pursuit easily enough to get the items they want, and not make it some kind of a long grind where some players that cannot play often enough, or don't have the chance to play a lot, are not able to get everything that the golden pursuit offers. So I think going forward, it looks like, as of kind of what they have said here in this interview, that Zos is really happy with this, and I'm sure we're going to continue to see golden pursuits in the game probably for a good long while now. And like I said, I do think it's a good idea, a thing that allows players to get some free items, and from just doing activities in game. And like I said, it's probably a good thing too that it pushes you into doing some things that you may not be used to doing. It's kind of like the Endeavor system, but to me, a lot better because the Endeavors, a lot of people have always said that you don't get enough Endeavors for what you do every day or every month or whatever the case may be there. But I think the Golden Pursuit is a pretty unique idea, and it looks like Zos is happy with it. And I'm kind of curious, as the community, what do you think about them, and what would you like to see added to them going forward? Of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.